This is New Vision TV News. We take a look at the stories making news in today's bulletin. From the news around Uganda, West Nile Investment Symposium ends. And then Ministry of Health seeks recruits to work in theatres. And if you missed the BAYIMBA Festival and the International Kampala Fashion Week, we have the highlights for you. In the news around East Africa, Kenya's border dispute with Somalia takes a dangerous turn. In news around the world, Amnesty cautions travelers to the US after last weekend's mass shooting. And today's special report will look at why Uganda has high cases of fistula. Before we get into the news around Uganda, let us take a look at what is making news in the SATA division. It is already out. We have KCCA probes TYCOONS over city property ownership. We also have an interview with General Tumwine, who speaks out on MP's probe normal gallery and also calls MP Cecilia Ogwal a pathological liar. And the Catholic Church has clarified a consummated marriage cannot be dissolved by any human power or for any reason other than death. We have those stories and much more in this Saturday Vision. We now take a look at the news around Uganda. We start from Arua district. President Museveni has closed the West Nile Investment Symposium that started on Thursday. He started off with commissioning Muni University, a post-harvesting training and service center. He also toured the exhibitors' stalls. Many investors attended the symposium and highlighted how best they can make West Nile an investors' hub. The symposium was organized under the theme Transformation of Africa's Upper Nile Valley through Pan-African Peace Building and Holistic Development. We move on to news in Jinja district. The police flying squad has arrested a suspect in connection to the theft of cars from Wakiso and Kampala. The suspect, only identified as Katamba among others, stole a vehicle and dumped it at the RDC'S office. The RDC, Eric Sakwa, say the thugs who stole a navy blue Primo vehicle, registration number UAT482Y, sent a letter to his office to the effect. The letter stated, "Attention Mr. RDC / diesel head security Ginger. Be reminded that the Primo car registration number UAT482Y is a stolen car and is parked at the district headquarters, Busoga Square." Katamba is currently held at Nalfenya police station as the hunt for his accomplices continue. Coming in from Bundibujo district, 4 people died on spot and several others got injured after a trailer collided with 2 motorcycles before plunging into a valley along the Bundibujo-Nyakuha road in Bundibujo district. The driver is believed to have lost control of the vehicle at Bugomba Hill in Busari sub-county, leading to the Thursday crash. The timber-laden vehicle was coming from neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo. 4 people died on spot, according to Benon Haruharema, the officer in charge of traffic in Bundibujo. News from Bundibujo district. 4 people from the same family in Natwala village, Nachirembe sub-county, died after eating suspected poisoned food. The deceased include 2 females and 3 males who are renting at Francis Musisi's rentals located at the same village. They had just stayed there for only 3 days. According to the landlord, Francis Musisi, he revealed a man who identified himself as Eric Hagimana on Sunday evening wanted a room for rent and his family. He paid for only 2 months but was surprised to learn that on Thursday evening the 5 bodies were covered inside the house, lying lifeless. Andrew Ainembabazi, the Mpiji district CID officer, said they have launched investigations. Let's continue looking at more stories making news around Uganda. From Kampala, Uganda's capital city, the Ministry of Health is ready to recruit health workers who will work in the theatres at Health Centre Force. The Permanent Secretary, Dr. Diana Twine, said they want to put in place the necessary facilities and human resources to run the healthy centres. Let us hear from her.
Ministry of Health went ahead and put out scholarships strategically ensuring that we get more anesthetic officers, because when you analyze why some of those health center forces are not working, it's because we don't have anesthetic officers. So we trained, and most of those were seconded from the districts where they came from. But now that they have studied even more, we wrote to the district and said, please, can you tell us if that position, you have a position at health center force so that we post these people, because COW must commit as accounting officer that when we send them back, they will be recruited, and then we functionalize those facilities.
Still in Kampala, the International Fashion Week returned at the Kampala Serena Hotel. This year's International Fashion Week ended putting South African designers on top. Unlike the usual all-African traditional wear, the designers fused both urban and Western designs with an African touch. The show was produced by South African legendary fashion producer Jan Malan. The grand finale had designers like Fatuma Asha, Kai's Diva Collection, Giosef by Paula Butajira, Judith Collections from South Africa, and Arapapa by Santa Azo. Besides the runway catwalks, guests were ear-massaged by the talented saxophonist Joseph Sax. We close off from Mukono district, where the 12th edition of BAYIMBA festival took place at Lukulu Island. Therefore, the event gave an opportunity to Ugandan performers to showcase art. The fashion designers showcased new trends on the market. The skilled, experienced entrepreneur designers show topped the list here. Film lovers were fed on local stories and documentaries such as Bwana Jogo and War Dance showing at the festival. Various DJs ran the show as top musicians performed to the art.